friends! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the summer special for 2021. Usually about this time of year, I love to give you guys a little something extra for the summer. And this video is going to be a lot of different topics. We're going to be going through some skincare for summer. We're going to be going through some makeup things I'm super excited to use and some favorites. I'm also going to be talking about some fun lifestyle things that I am super excited to pull out, give you links to, give you some savings, all of those good things here in this video. So if you are a summer lover like me, or if you're just looking to get through it because it's a little too hot for you, I understand. I'm here to help you guys through this next season. As many of you guys know, I do have the gift of gab, so I love to tell you guys to grab your tea, grab your snack, get your water ready because it's gonna get hot up in here, and get comfy because we're about to go through a lot of different things with SPFs, blurring, natural, but also some bold, fun makeup, some great lifestyle things. Cheers! Today I am having an unsweet tea. Tell me what you're having below. Be sure to check out my description box. I never remember to say that, so I hope you guys always know. Check my description box for links to all of these things I'm going to be sharing with you.
Nicole, your hair is crazy in this video. It's like the whole frame. How are you going to control this?
It's humid in Florida, guys. The humidity is like here, so the hair just gets bigger. I'm really excited to do this video this year because I'm also introducing some new drugstore pieces to my collection that are really affordable, but I'm really excited for this upcoming season. Also some things that I've already had in my collection and stuff you may have too, so we can save some money there too. I think you guys know I love to start with skincare, so let's start there. That's how I start my day anyway. So let me pull out all the good stuff I'm about to tell you about. Some things I cannot wait to use up, some stuff I'm really excited to pull back out, and some things are new. The way I like to start my makeup in the mornings is with a serum, and then I kind of move up in the skincare regimen before I get into my makeup. So the first thing that I love to tell you guys about, well, you guys always know I love my Peach and Lily Glass Refining Serum. That is always a staple for me, but I'm trying not to repeat myself too much in this video. So I'm going to tell you about something I loved last summer and I cannot wait to pull out again this summer. I've been keeping it in my tiny mini fridge that I have down here now, but this is the Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster. This is a skincare piece I fell in love with last year. I actually have this also in my Amazon links because sometimes it's just easier to order off Amazon's. A lot of these things are in my Amazon links, so be sure to check that out. If you're interested in any of these things and you don't want to buy them all individually, or you just kind of want to start adding stuff to your Amazon cart, I thought that'd be easier for you guys. I love this stuff. Last summer, I started incorporating this into my morning routines, and I was noticing that the Vitamin C Brightening Booster really was brightening up my skin. It was really helping with dullness, also helping with texture. I really fell in love with this, and there are days that I double duty into the serums. Like I'll start with the Glass Refining Peach and Lily serum, and then I'll go into this. It kind of depends on what my skin needs, but I really found this to be a great product last year, and I've started incorporating it again this season, and I'm already starting to see the benefits. I've never noticed this to detract from makeup either, because I always want to be aware of whatever I'm putting on my skin. Should it be considered a nighttime or an AM product based on how it performs throughout the day or how it performs under makeup? And this has worked great under makeup. I love that. I also let you guys know recently that I am trying to use up this next amazing under eye cream, and that tends to be what I do next after putting on my serums, letting them sit and rest a moment. I have loved the Pharmacy Cheer Up Under Eye Brightener. It is so darn good, and I, yes, have absolutely hit the bottom of this baby, and I'm gonna try to use this up, I think, this summer, because I have had it in my collection for a while, but as you can tell, I've definitely been using it. And since under the eyes is where we tend to get those darker circles, we can look tired, that is really where I target this product, and I notice it really does help. So I'm happy to pull this back out and try to finish this up this season. So I have two products that are a bit newer to my collection, and one of them has some amazing SPF in it, and one of it is a no oil moisturizer. And if you happen to be new here, hi, I'm Nicole, and I have oily skin and bossy upfront pores, so I usually this time of year really have to mind the shine, you know what I mean? but I also have kind of problematic skin that tends to have breakouts. I'm pretty sensitive. So this is a product I'm really excited to try this summer for the first time. I have used a sister product to this before, but I've never tried this product. So fingers crossed it works. This is the Murad Anti-aging Moisturizer with 30 SPF in it. This is actually intended for acne-prone skin. I love that this has an SPF of 30 in it. I have really enjoyed the Murad, I believe it's the Environmental Control SPF moisturizer for under my makeup. It's really done a pretty great job. I have heard some conflicting things about this particular one, like maybe it'll make makeup a little bit harder. So I'm a little curious how this is going to work as I'm getting into the summer season, but I really like that this also helps with acne, because in the summer, that's when my oily skin tends to have some blemishes here and there. So I will keep you updated on this product as the summer goes on, but I was really excited to add this to my collection because I've always been looking for great SPF moisturizers to go under the makeup. So stay tuned for this one. And I do like the brand Murad a lot. This next product is a moisturizer that is claiming to have no oils in it. So keep your fingers crossed that I can use this also this summer. This is the Daily Greens from Pharmacy. This is a no oil moisturizer, and when you look at the color, oh, it's so fun. It's definitely green. It's not just the jar. It smells minty, maybe? Very fresh. Maybe a little mentholy too. It's got papayas on here, so I'm guessing it's got some papaya in it. I did get this from a Boxycharm. I really enjoy using this on the neck and down to the chest and the décolletage area, a little bit up on the shoulders, back of the hands, but I have used this on my face as well. Because it has no oils in it, I'm really hoping it's going to help keep that shine away this summer. So this is something I'm excited to pull out even more, because when I received this, I'm pretty sure it was in the winter months, so it did pretty good, but you know, I wanted to really try out this whole oil-free gel moisturizer as this oily skin girl needed it in the warmer months. And you know I love to give you guys updates and thorough reviews after I've gotten to try something in the new seasons, so stay tuned and be subscribed. So this product is an oldie but a goodie, because now I'm going to be moving into primers. And there is going to be a little bit of drugstore makeup in here and high-end makeup. I try to keep things a little across the board, so that way if you're hearing me talk about something I love but it's kind of in a higher price range, I do like to bring in some drugstore items as well to keep the pocketbook a little bit happier. And there's some great products at the drugstore. So these next two things are primers from the drugstore. Super duper inexpensive and really good. One has a pretty big drawback to it though, and the other one, I really think I could use it up this summer. That's kind of my goal with putting this in this video. Okay, you keep hearing me say I'm an oily girl, so obviously I have to talk about an oil control primer. This one is from e.l.f. And I'm sure you've probably seen this before, especially if you are also an oily skin girl and on the market for a good primer that doesn't break the bank. This is the primer I tend to pull out mostly in the summer/fall months, because we know summer can kind of like hang on into that fall time frame. But the biggest drawback, you've probably already heard about this product over and over again, is the packaging. The pump on this kind of sucks. What I tend to do is put this out into my hand and then apply it to the face. It's a really weird pump. It's either really intense and kind of like shoots ya, or it's kind of faulty. It doesn't spread very evenly. So I'll tend to put this in my hand and then spread it and apply it. It's a really good primer for oil control though. Something I have enjoyed using for, gosh, is it 2-3 years now? I can't even remember, because this is kind of something that stays in my rotation. I just kind of move it around in my primer drawer. Sometimes it's on the bottom of the drawer. Sometimes it gets moved up to the top. That's how you know it's getting warmer. And another e.l.f. primer I have loved for years, and I've already hit pan on it, so I'm really curious if I can use this up. This is the e.l.f. Putty primer. You guys probably have heard about this. This is the original universal sheer one. There's so much bottom on this that I'm really hoping to be able to use this up in the summer of 2021, mostly because it's a product that is going to expire anyway. You already see so much pan on it, and I have a lot of primers in my little drawer over here, so I need to start using up some things that I enjoy, but you know, they've been here for a while. I need to use them up or they're gonna go bad. And as a bossy pored girl, right up front, this is where I applied this morning to really kind of get into those nooks and crannies that I have problem areas with, which is essentially right in the center, kind of up here, right in these areas, you know. Okay, I'm gonna try not to repeat myself too much, but right now this really is the foundation that I'm reaching for a ton. So one of these are really high end, which is why I'm absolutely gonna be including a drugstore favorite for me as well. Because I got these on a great deal from Boxycharm, I feel like I'm cheating in a way when I say this is like a high-end amazing foundation, because for me it really is, but I did not have to spend the 40 something odd dollars to purchase it. I got it from Boxycharm pop-ups, so yay. This is the Natasha DenonaTransformatte Pore Vanishing Matte Foundation. It is what I'm wearing today. It is what I'm wearing a lot of days. I have two different colors here. My main shade is 40N Light Medium Neutral. I do have a darker shade here that lovingly one of you guys gifted to me. It's 45N Medium Neutral that I'm kind of like mixing and matching into as it is getting warmer. I love this stuff. I feel like it is very natural, and as an oily skin girl, the matte really speaks to me, but it's not too matte. It doesn't pancake my face down. It really allows your natural shine to come through, and if you're using some really great skincare underneath, I feel like that luminosity can pull through really nicely, but it's not overwhelming. When you hear matte, sometimes you're worried it's going to be too full coverage, and that's definitely not the vibe right now with makeup. I can absolutely still see the freckles on my nose when I wear this. I can absolutely still see maybe some of my skin through this, and it doesn't look bad though. It just looks like a nicer version of my skin, and I have quite a few of these, so I'm really excited to use these up this summer, or at least to some degree. Really loving these. But if you did not get the Natasha Denona on the sale with Boxy, or if you're not with Boxy, no worries, girl. I got you covered. If you are a longtime subscriber of mine, you will not be shocked to know that the drugstore item of choice for me for foundations, a lot of times for that same type of coverage, which is beautiful, a little natural. You could still see my freckles, but it still makes my skin look good, a little blurred. CoverGirl. CoverGirl Olay. It's got some of the hyaluronic complexes and vitamin C in it. I have 3 of these. Mostly because I still struggle with a color, like, perfect match for me. And I think I've said even recently in a video where I was putting on my makeup with you guys in a get ready with me, and I'll link that above if you did miss that video, because it was just Memorial Weekend, so I feel like some videos got off people's radar. I'll link some of these above that you may have missed. The Natasha DenonaTransformatte is an amazing shade match for me. Just this 40N neutral one. I have a little bit of a struggle with getting the perfect match for me with CoverGirl, so I tend to have a couple with me on deck so that way I can mix and match to get a better shade match. I feel like some of these have a little bit more of a pinky or yellow undertone, and mine is more neutral. The ones I have here, if you're curious, are 240 Natural Beige, 220 Creamy Natural, and 250 Creamy Beige. So depending on the time of year and how dark my skin looks, I tend to just kind of like mix and match these all over my face, and it does a beautiful job. It has a gorgeous finish, not too matte, not too luminous. I really love these. Okay, should we talk to them about some powders? Because you know, powders in this tiny space during the summer are my jam. I always have a ton of powders with me. What do you think? Okay, let's get in it. For setting under the eyes and down the nose, especially as the weather is getting a bit more humid, a little bit more moisture in the air, I have hit pan on this newer powder from CoverGirl. It's been out for I think a couple of months now, so maybe I can't call it new anymore. And I'm definitely seeing better prices for it, because when she first came out, she was like $17 at the drugstore, and I was like, whoa, CoverGirl, calm down. Some drugstore makeup is just getting way too pricey, but I have noticed this for like 12 bucks other places. I'll try to link one down for you below. This is the CoverGirl Instant Wrinkle Blurring Pressed Powder. And look at this pan. I've already hit pan on this, and a lot of times I don't even use this sponge. I use a brush because it can be a little overwhelming. Also, it can be really blurring, and sometimes I'm like, whoa, that's a little too much. So I'll take a brush, go under the eyes, down the nose, kind of in the trouble areas where maybe I know I can get a little shiny. I have set my whole face down with this though before lightly with a brush, and it does a gorgeous job as well. Depends on what you're needing. I have definitely been reaching for this ever since I got it, hence all the pan on it, and I don't see that stopping this summer. I really feel like this is a product that I will continue to use, and you know you know if you've been here a while, I still love my CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Compact Powder. It's great for on the go, gives you just enough coverage for touch-ups. It's great. But this is the one that I've been reaching for a lot when I'm putting on the initial application. A lot. As, you know, I can blur some stuff. Blur those pores. Blur any fine lines. I'm totally good with that. Make me look blurred. And as natural makeup is really just kind of where it's at, as it is overall right now with makeup, as far as like the trends go, summertime tends to be when even the most glam makeup lovers tend to pull back a bit because, you know, you're outside, it's hot, it's a lot of steps, you don't want to melt in the sun like an ice cream cone. So we've been really reaching for a lot more natural makeup anyway in the summer, and this powder is so dang good. I could use it as just like a setting powder to a degree in certain areas. I could use it as a light bronzer and go. I don't even need anything else as far as a powder goes if I wanted to. And this summer, I could definitely see myself just using this. It's true. This is the Fenty Pro Filter loose powder in the shade Cashew. This is something that I've told you before is super finely milled and really great to warm up the face. This color for me is perfect to just add that light natural tan, and it is really buildable upon itself. So you can really warm it up even more if you need to, if you get a little tanner in the summer. I also love to use this product down my neck and kind of like right here, because the other fun fact about summertime is because I am using a lot of SPFs on my body, but also on my face, sometimes things tend to tan at their own pace. Like usually my face will be a little bit paler, and then the rest of my body may be a tad warmer. So I usually need to blend. This is also a product that is really great to just blend down the neck, kind of back by the ears, under that jaw, also help out those, you know, double chins, because we like those cheeseburgers and hot dogs in the summer. I'm not judging you, girl. You do you. Also like street tacos too. Street tacos in the summer. Taco Tuesday. All right, now I'm hungry. Anyway, back to the makeup. This is great to kind of blend down and marry and just kind of like look like a second skin as well, but gives you enough coverage that it starts to match things. Not all powders I find can work that great in these kind of areas because you are going over some areas that tend to have a little bit more bumps or wrinkles or creases. I think this does a really good job. And I have not stopped using this powder, I feel like, as it is since I received it, but I definitely could see this just being my go-to powder for even just an easy natural day and being done, like I said. So super excited to keep using this summer, and there's a lot of product in here, so we'll see how much I can use up of it. Another kind of project pan for myself is going to be this Too Faced Chocolate Gold Soliel bronzer. A lot of you guys know we got this from Boxycharm not that long ago, and your girl has hit pan on it because it does a gorgeous blur to the face, but still warms it up and gives you that sun-kissed glow that doesn't look overwhelming, even for this oily skinned girl. It's true. It's true. And this is a product that I'm going to be so sad when it's gone. I'm already on the hunt for others. You guys let me know too. You're having a hard time finding it, so let's fingers crossed we find more as we keep hitting pan on this, because I'm not going to stop using it because I'm seeing pan. I'm just going to use it even more in the seasons that I know it's going to look even more amazing. Because when I have a date night with my husband, this is a gorgeous powder that I can use all over my deep canyons and you still can't see them. It has a blurring property to it that reminds me a lot of like some of the Hourglass and Becca powders. So darn good. Love this a lot. And this is kind of just that extra sexy juicing up of the body. This one that I said could be a good bronzer for just like a natural, it's that natural look. This one is for that juiced up look when you want your skin to look like you've got that sexy summer sultry glow to you. So a lot of you guys know I'm not, you know, this intense blush lover. I feel like the latest trends with blush are taking me way too far back to the 80s, where it's like the most prominent thing on your face is the blush, and now it's like working its way up into that area that most of us have known to put highlighter. So as I'm seeing this, I'm like, ooh, oh golly. I'm enjoying pulling blush into my looks, especially as somebody who likes to juice up the body and use a lot of glowy products. But I like to take a matte blush and complement the features for me and my face shape a little bit more up front, and then slightly pulling it back. None of this intense blowout right up here where you're seeing a ton right now is the trend. That's too much for me. I can't. This is a brand new blush to my collection. I don't really know if it's new on the market. I'm not sure if it is because I don't like hunt out blushes, but I was at the drugstore the other day trying to find some new things that I wanted to incorporate this summer, and this color spoke to me, and it's a matte blush. A lot of things right now are very glowy, and I got enough glow going, so I wanted to try this, and so far I am loving it. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush in the shade Summer Breeze. This is a beautiful shade for my skin tone. So the way I like to do blush, oh, so smooth and creamy. I just think this looks gorgeous on the finger too, is start to apply it up front and then kind of pull it back just a touch. Not all the way back here. That's not how I'm doing this. Right up here for my face shape, I think that works well. And then slightly over the nose for that little bit of like, not a sunburn, but you know what I mean, just a little bit of that warmth right through here in that W frame right there. I think that looks really nice, especially in the summer. And this shade here is a little bit more of like a terracotta type shade that I think works well with my skin tone and coloring, and it's not too pink toned. I kind of like things to blend with my bronzers a bit more. So I think this is beautiful, and it is definitely what I am wearing today, and I think I then really feel like this is such an easy blush to use. I can do it a little too much. Luckily that's on trend, so I don't feel too bad about it, but I feel like it's so nice that I'm gonna have this for quite some time, and it is a very smooth, very creamy blush. Like you could just see it applying here so nicely. It's like, it's a satin blush almost. It's matte, but it's not like ridiculously matte. I really enjoy this formula so far. I even still have my receipt here. Let's see, how much was this baby? This one was $7.50. Man, I feel like drugstore makeup's really getting pricier and pricier, but that's really not bad, especially if you're looking at how much high-end ones are. I'm pretty happy to have this in my collection and try this even more this summer. Ooh, I probably should have mentioned this one first, but a powder I really only pull out, again, like kind of like certain specific pieces like the oil primers. There's certain pieces of powder I usually pull out in the warmer time frame. And one of those powders to really set down my face is this Urban Decay All-Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder. This sucker is really intense, so I tend to use a bit of a bigger brush with it and use this as a setting powder in that middle part of when I'm putting on my makeup. As a girl with oily skin, bossy pores, all those things, and I'm going through hormone replacement therapy, one of the things I really find important to do is kind of do a midway set and then do an ending set in the summertime. So I'm going to be covering two different types of powders I like to use for that. And if you are a drier skin girl, no worries, girl. I got other things in here that are going to work great for you. Sometimes even if I need a touch up, I can just pop into this and set this baby down. But it still lets some glow come through that you want to come through, but nothing too crazy. This is a great powder to really help control those oils. So this is the type of product, like I said, kind of like these oil primers and stuff, that I really hang on to and pull out as the seasons shift for my skin. And I know some people don't need to do that or don't like to do that when it comes to like maybe doing summer looks versus fall looks. For me, I kind of like to transition my looks anyway, just to kind of like mix it up for myself. But as far as like the way my skin applies with makeup, this is a great powder to have in the summertime as that heat rises and the humidity rises. It's also great because it has enough light coverage that you can also put this in your handbag, and if you need a touch up because maybe your makeup's starting to look worn down, this will add just a touch of coverage as well. One other bronzer that is a drugstore bronzer that I wanted to mention, because I do like to have some drugstore pieces in here, but this is one that I repurchased and I do just keep using a ton. It's the No7 Maple Bronzer. I won't harp on this too much because you've heard me talk about it pretty consistently the past few videos, but it is because it is such a nice, creamy, buildable bronzer, but it's totally matte. So that is also something that I'll pull out a lot in the summertime, because some skincare can make you a little bit glowy, but also I've got some other glowy products that it just really, you need to balance out when you have oily skin like I do, what type of products that you want to be applying. Because if you're looking for a more matte look, you're definitely not going to be pulling out this Too Faced anyway as far as the bronzers go. You're going to want something a little bit more natural. And sometimes, because I'm not doing any major contouring right now, this is the product I'll use to contour around my lips, just to give me that extra pout for the summer, because let's be serious, we're all into that glossy pout right now, and just a slight contour down the nose. And some days that's all I use this for, and I'm good to go. A powder that I keep in my handbag is something that I'm hearing rumors about, and it's starting to make me a little sad that it might be going away. It's Marc Jacobs. I got this at like a TJ Maxx or something crazy, and I love when you can find great brands there because then you can get them inexpensively. This is a product I keep in my handbag practically at all times for those afternoon touch-ups. It's a beautiful product to be able to touch up your makeup or just give you enough coverage if maybe you're running around or you're running out and you're like, I don't have any makeup on. I can apply this under the eyes or all over the face, and it just gives you enough coverage that you feel like you're put together. This is the Marc Jacobs compact that has like this little brush in here that's in the top piece, which is super handy. It's got this nice compact to it that you have enough product in here to last you quite a while, and a big nice mirror. This is called 52 Siren Accomplice, I think is the shade. Okay, I'm gonna give you the dirt that I know as of this moment. At one point, I saw a customer service rep had said something to a customer of like, hey, when are you going to restock blah, blah, blah from Marc Jacobs? And the customer service rep, I believe from maybe Sephora, said, hey, just so you know, the brand's going to close, so we can't get that back in stock. And that is what shook all of the internet, hearing that that may happen. But then I'm hearing something else conflicting from another online source saying that maybe they're just changing their packaging or they're about to switch something up so they're not totally closing. I'm hearing multiple things right now. So I guess we're just kind of like sitting tight till we see if this brand makes an announcement, Marc Jacobs, if they're closing or not. Between losing Becca and a couple other brands that we know are having some hard times, I'm really nervous that we may be losing Marc Jacobs. And I don't get a lot of their products because they are pretty pricey, but when I can find great ones that I love, and I found some awesome ones from TJ Maxx, I'm gonna be sad if they really do have to close. Ugh. I've loved this powder specifically for on the go, but I can absolutely incorporate it in my morning routine if I want to. It's a great setting powder as well, just a really nice compact to kind of like wipe all over the face and go. Oh, I totally forgot a concealer from earlier. My bad. This is brand new to my collection, and it's in a different form than I'm used to using. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. Look how smart this is. So it's like a pen where you click the back and the product comes out of here and you apply it to your face. I really didn't know how I was gonna like this, but for $5, I was like, well, let's give it a try. I am really liking it so far. I have found it really does brighten, and what I was actually on the hunt for was my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I haven't had that in a while, and I thought, well, I really miss having a brightening concealer in my collection. Summer's a great time for that. And then when I found this brightening one for $5 and I couldn't find the ColourPop, they were out, I was like, well, you know what? Let's try something new. And I've tried this for a few days right now, and I'm really enjoying how it applies, how it looks. It kind of reminds me of the No Filter Concealer from ColourPop. So I'm going to keep you updated, but you can already see here, you get some good coverage and it brightens. This is definitely something I was really excited to use this summer, and how convenient. It's just like you could take this on the go if you're, I don't know, having a weekend somewhere, really easy. So for eyes, I love telling you guys about some eyeshadow palettes, and I have a feeling I'm still gonna love my neutral looks, and I feel like I'm a little stuck in a rut for eyeshadow looks, but at the same time I don't feel like it's stuck. I feel like it's okay, I could do a natural sexy look this way or a natural sexy look with this palette. So I'm still not totally bored of a natural neutral eye look, to be 1000% with you. But I am starting to incorporate some color back into my eye looks. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about both and how I'm making a pop of color with eyeliner really to that next level. First and foremost, I would be a flat out liar if I didn't tell you that I was definitely gonna be using this product even more, and I don't want to ever lie to you, even though you may have heard me say it. A lot of you have said you have purchased it because I have said how much I don't shut up about it, because it's just a really great easy palette to use for the face and for the eyes. It's the Wander Beauty Getaway palette. I know you're probably sick of it at this point. You're probably like, okay, we get it. You really do like it. Maybe before we thought she was just kind of like, it was the product of the moment. But now you know, months and months in, and having some pan on it, I'm definitely using it quite a bit. But I'd be a flat out liar if I didn't tell you I absolutely started my eye look with this today. There are days that I just want to pop into this matte blush that works really nicely if I'm wanting a little bit more of a pink tone, which isn't always, but sometimes. Also, it's just really easy to have a golden gotta see summery look with this very easy palette and go. Super blendable, super fast, but really polished and well put together. I would be lying. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I'm gonna put her away, but I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I was gonna use it, because I'm gonna use it. I've already hit more paint on that one spot. Something else that I am going to be using a lot this summer is something you guys told me about. You saw it online, you saw it dropping, and you were like, Nicole, I know you don't tend to just do high-end eyeshadow palettes anymore, but you might want to consider this, and I did. It is the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. It also has this very like mermaidy vibe to it, I feel. I have some of these shades on my lids today, including the shade Bud on my lids. And as an accent piece when I have it winged out here on the outer corners of my eyes, but I'm going to show you what else I've used to really make these liners pop. With a shimmer shadow in a palette that you may love, I have found a great way to make the liner pop. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. But this is a great color story for summer. You get some neutrals, but at the same time, you've got these pops of blues, these warmer orangey, fiery brown tones, golds, which are great for summer. There's a lot of variety in here that I'm so excited to play with this summer. But like I said, so I'm loving neutral looks, but I'm also trying to incorporate more colors. So a very easy way to do that without feeling overwhelmed is to pull out some of my smaller Natasha Denona palettes. Again, I feel like I'm cheating when I say this, kind of like when I was talking about the Natasha Denona foundations, because I got these from Boxycharm pop-ups for like 16 bucks, which is a crazy great value, which is how I can talk about these high-end items. Obviously, I have some of the more neutral palettes, but then there's definitely some more of these colorful palettes. I actually have on this blue today on top of that other teal shade that I have. And this is the blue shade that I have in my wing. It's super easy to start to pull out more shades when they're smaller palettes, I feel like sometimes, because maybe I'll just have this neutral one out and then I'll be like, oh, I could pull out this blue or this pink or whatever to kind of just start bringing color back into my eye looks. Ooh, and if you're looking for a good drugstore shadow, because I feel like we don't hear a lot about great drugstore shadows sometimes, I just did a video, and I'm going to link it above here, where I talked about some Essence shadows that I personally feel compete with high-end shadows. Super blendable, give you a lot of pigment if you want it, but you can also blend it down. Lasts all day. Great, great formula on those drugstore shadows. So I'm going to link that video above right here. But how yesterday when I was off camera and today I'm on camera, I'm really adding that extra flair with this liner that's from a powder shadow is with something I got from ColourPop. I'm sure you could get this from any white liner would do. I just happened to get mine from ColourPop. This is the ColourPop felt tipped white eyeliner. So what I do is put this on my eye, let it dry, and then after it dries, put my brush into some of whatever shimmer powder I'm wanting to use. Today, like I said, I was kind of going for more of a yellow and teal blue look, so I popped into this shade that I had used just as a topper on my lid and really took it on top of that white liner to pull it out. Yesterday, I used my chocolate gold palette, and there's a gold shade in there that's super vibrant. I used that yesterday when I was off camera, and it really did a gorgeous gold liner look, but it gives you that extra oomph because that shimmer liner is just extra bold. It's just extra sassy. So if you're doing a neutral look and you just want one little sassy piece, you could do that. I find that's just a fun way to juice up an eye look, but if you just like the white liner too, you can let that go for summer. That's also a fun look to do. And also because, you know, we want to be glowy and dewy and this gorgeous summer goddess, but we don't want to look oily. We don't want to have too much bling. We're still vibing with the natural look, but you want it juiced up. This Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder, really, really good. I also have some Natasha Denona ones that are just these really subtle glow pieces. I really, really do like these. If you have any drugstore versions that you enjoy, please tell us below, because I am interested to try some. I've just not found any yet. So if you know of anything that is a really nice powder that gives you some luminosity but isn't an overwhelming highlight, let us know. I also have these from a Boxycharm, and I need to use them up this year because they're starting to get old. These are a really great formula, and I don't like a lot of things from Iconic London. 1000% honest with you, that brand and I just don't get along. But their glosses have been some of my favorites. I have 3 This one that I'm wearing today is in the shade Nearly Nude, and I love this shade to really make my lips look a bit bigger and juicier for summer. I think it looks beautiful. And I think I have the same shade in these other two, Love Struck. These are definitely a plumping gloss. They give you like this minty feel where it's a little bit tingly but not overwhelming, and they really juice up the lips. And something new to my collection from the drugstore, I'm still figuring out how I feel about it. So if you have tried this, please tell a girl how you have felt about it. I am definitely keeping my SPF up, and I really thought this could be a really cool concept. However, I'm an oily skin girl with bossy pores, and I am concerned that it's keeping me a bit shiny, so I am going back in with some of the powders you heard me talk about. This is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray with 30 SPF in it. I kind of had a thought that it may make me a little shiny based on the SPF claims, but I was still willing to try it because let's be serious. I'm trying to keep this as covered as possible, and I do live in Florida. It is summertime, so I wanted to try this either way. It is kind of pricey though. Yeah, this was $13.99, so about 14 bucks. So, and I really love the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray as far as like making my makeup last all day. And I was like, ooh, that's like, you know, kind of this is pretty pricey. It's not almost as pricey as, you know, the Urban Decay. How do I feel about it? So I'm going to keep you updated through the summer on how I feel about this. I want to know, one, that it works with the SPF, but two, can I make it work even if it does make me a little bit shiny with powders? So stay tuned because I've only used this a few times, but so far I do notice a scent with it. There is kind of like a, not even like a copper tony SPF where it's kind of like reminds you of summer, more like a chemically SPF smell that kind of lingers on your face even after it's dried. So that's kind of a detractor. But if it's going to keep my skin safe, honestly, I'd be willing to deal with that. So stay tuned, be subscribed. Let's find out together. Ooh, okay guys, it is starting to rain, so if you can hear any of the rain outside or tanging on our tiny house roof, then you know it's Florida summertime, because we get summer rain every single day practically from June till October. That's our rainy season, but that's when a lot of people come here for vacation, so just a heads up. Now I want to transition into some fun lifestyle pieces. We're going to be talking about some accessories for your beauty space. We're going to be talking about some accessories for you, some clothing choice pieces, some jewelry you guys have been asking me about, all kinds of fun things. So have a sip and let's get into it. I'm going to scooch over so I can insert some clips here for you about a new product that I have in my tiny beauty space that has been like a game changer for getting ready, even for just kind of like working in the same space that I get ready. And a lot of you may be having that too if you work from home. This is a product that has been featured on like Ellen's 12 Days of Giveaways. This is a product that has been like introduced in like Cosmo in all kinds of really cool ways. This is the High Mirror Slide. It's like a smart mirror where, yeah, you can look at it as a mirror. It has some lighting features on it, so you can see your makeup and your applications for makeup as you're using it. And it really helps you to kind of like put your makeup on in the morning. It's a beautiful mirror, but then you slide it open and it's like a whole computer. It has a skin analyzer that you can definitely check how are your skincare pieces working for you over time? Because what it'll do is it'll scan your face and assess it and let you know, where are your red spots? Where are your rough skin patches? Do you have any red portions? Do you have any fine lines? All those good things. And then you can track it with this product. It's really cool. You can also add what kind of makeup you're using into it and what skincare, so you can kind of keep like a running list of notes in there. You can also do like this makeup studio portion where you can try on certain products with your actual face and you can kind of like adjust things to see how they would look on you. And one of my favorite features is that you can be logged into your social media or onto your Spotify music list where you can listen to music in the morning as you're getting ready, or you can watch YouTube videos. That has been the game changer for me because I've always loved watching YouTube videos while I'm getting ready, and this product makes it so simple because half of it is a mirror while it's doing a video for you, so you can have a tutorial going if you want to follow along with me or somebody else. I've recently become really obsessed with Bailey Sarian, where she does the Makeup Mystery Monday. So like I'll be putting on my makeup as she's telling a true crime story while doing her makeup. It's a lot of fun. This product was gifted to me and I'm so grateful that I got to try it before I even came on camera to let you know how I feel about it, because I needed to give this some time before I knew if I wanted to bring this to you guys. And I am really impressed with this product because I use it every single day. Every single day. There are times too where, because I do live in a tiny beauty space, if you did not know that, it's true, I live in a tiny house, legit, like the kind you see on HGTV. So space in this tiny beauty space is super duper important. I can't even express it. And a lot of times if I wanted to watch a YouTube video or learn a new technique that I wanted to try, I'd have to have a laptop out, and that eats up more space in here when I'm pulling out all my makeup, and it can get crazy messy when you pull out all your makeup, as many of you know. So it's really nice that it's a feature all in one with your mirror. It also kind of just gives you news updates. It lets you know what the weather looks like, what time it is. It's a really, really convenient piece to have, and living tiny, I didn't realize how much I was using it until I don't even use my laptops anymore. I just keep using it daily, even in the afternoons. If I'm like doing something and I'm like, oh, I need to look this up, I can use that. It's really handy. It also has an Amazon Alexa with it. And since we do live in a smart house, we built our house to be a smart house, that's also been really, really convenient as well. It's got a lot of different features to it. So I just really think that it's worth looking into if it's something you think you might be interested in. I didn't even realize before that you can even switch this to landscape mode and like switch which way it goes. I'm really excited also that Hi Mirror is giving you guys a discount on this awesome piece that can maybe help you not only with your makeup in the mornings, but maybe even throughout your day like it does me. If you use my promo code below, Hi Nicole, I'll have it listed here and down in the description box for you, you can get 30. Hey guys, editing Nicole here, jumping in really quickly because I have been talking with the Hi Mirror team and they're actually giving you an even bigger discount. So I had to pop on here and film a little something for you to let you know they're actually giving you a 50% off discount, which is $159 like total savings or something. So definitely check out my description box below for these updates. They just let me know while I'm editing this video, so I had to pop in here and let you know. It's an even bigger savings. 50% off. 50. Check it out in the links below. Definitely check out the links. Maybe just check it out to see if it's something you'd be interested in. I love when something is like a smart technology that's actually convenient and it works for my lifestyle. I had no idea how much I would really use this, and I use it almost all day some days because it's really convenient to have like your own little monitor, your own little TV, your own little extra laptop essentially, without having to have all the extra stuff. Super convenient, for me at least. That feels like it's a nice accessory also to your beauty space. It's nice, it's pretty, it's compact, you can slide it closed, it's not like a big eyesore, and it's just like an accessory to your makeup and to your vanity. Now I gotta tell you about something that has been an accessory for me for months now. I let you guys know that I was obsessed with this Teddy Blake handbag that was sent to me from the brand, and I'm really excited to tell you that this portion of the video is going to be sponsored by Teddy Blake because they saw how much I was using my bag on Instagram and how much I have loved it, and they keep reaching out to me too, being like, hey, how's the quality of your bag? Are you still loving it? Does it still meet all of the benchmarks for you? Is it holding up like we know it would? And I was like, yeah, this is an Italian leather handbag that is, you know, really at a discount from this brand, and it holds up just as well as the high-end luxury handbag. As you guys have kind of learned, handbags are like my second love to makeup. I love a quality handbag. I used to have a ton of just like cheapy, not quality handbags. As I've gotten older, I've transitioned into just quality, nice handbags. And this definitely meets all those benchmarks for me. They reached out to me to let me know, hey, we're having a huge summer sale. So if your subscribers are interested, please let them know. And I know a lot of you guys were really curious about this handbag and their whole handbag line because they have a lot of different styles and options. I tend to like a kind that has a shoulder piece to it, but also a hand clutch, and I love this pop of color. I get so many compliments on this handbag because of the style and color. Whenever I go to get my nails done, or when I've seen family from out of town, they're like, oh my gosh, that handbag, where did you get that? Because it's such a unique style, but it's so fun and vibrant. But they also have some neutral shades too. And since they're having such a huge sale that's up to 70% off of Italian luxury handbags, I was like, I have to tell you guys about this because so many of you are really interested and love when I talk about some of the accessories that I like to wear. I'm definitely looking to see what's on sale right now because there was a couple other handbags that I was like, ooh, I kind of like that color too. Maybe this one for fall, maybe this size for summer, you know what I mean? Since luxury high-end bags are usually like in the thousands and these are already just in the hundreds, I was already really excited to share this with you the first time around, but now that I've gotten to use this for months now, this is the only handbag that I have been using. I get so many compliments on it. It's super functional, really high fashion, very trendy, but quality where I stuff this thing pretty full a lot of times. I already wanted to tell you guys how much I was still loving it months later and how many compliments I get on it. And now they're having a up to 70% off sale. My code is TBNicole30 and then you can get 30 bucks off of what's already on sale. I just really had to tell you because I love a good handbag. I love a good quality handbag. And this sucker has not showed any aging at all. It's really done really nicely. And like I said, the compliments I get on the style and the color all the time, and it's super functional. I have been stocking up my Amazon links for you guys that I usually have listed in my description box down below for some things that I have just been loving. You're going to find a lot of the skincare in there like I've mentioned, some of the makeup in here that I've mentioned, but also some of the jewelry pieces. A lot of you guys always ask about specific pieces that I have on. Like these earrings are like fun like palm leaf earrings, and they're fun and dangly, and if I wear my hair up, when I wear my hair up, they're definitely a statement piece, but even when I have my hair down, they definitely shine. They're an accent piece that works really great. They have not been in stock forever. Well, they're finally back in stock. At least a few pairs are, so I'm definitely going to be linking these down below for you. Also, some of the bangles and bracelets that I love. This is a gem one from Kinsley Armel. I've talked about this before, and I just love these like stone-looking pieces that I've had in my collection for over a year now, and they hold up really nicely. I found that they actually have an Amazon store as well, so I'm going to be linking some of these pieces below. I couldn't find this one, and I know some people have asked about this one before. I think this is just on their website. Some of these more stone pieces are in my Amazon links. Also, not to be outdone, my friend back here wearing my sunglasses. I have had these sunglasses for a year now. I still wear them as my go-to sunglasses. What I like about them is, yes, they are very inexpensive because they're from my friends at Amazon, but they're also very lightweight. And the thing about enjoying a lightweight pair of nice sunglasses is that they're not going to mess up your makeup when it is hot and sunny outside. And that seems like a really weird thing to say, even with natural makeup, but how many times, at least as an oily skin girl, can I tell you that my makeup has just looked like nice put together, even if it's just a minimal look? But as soon as I have sunglasses on and it starts to get hot and those pieces wear because it's heavy, it can definitely like start having those nose pieces. And I've always looked for like a solution to that. The solution is getting lighter sunglasses. Quality sunglasses that are expensive are nice too. But for me, I drop sunglasses. I tend to lose them a lot. These have been my go-to pair. Truly, for a year now, and I love them. They don't mess up my makeup nearly as much as high-end pieces do that are really heavy and they press right here. These are in my Amazon links too. Love them. So does he. Also, this top is an Amazon find I got last year, and there's a few other clothing pieces that you guys have asked me about that are all linked in my Amazon links below that are fun summer looks. A lot of times what I get is what most people would wear in summer because I do live in Florida and I tend to get a little hot. So usually even in the fall and spring, I'm usually pulling out some of those pieces, and you've probably seen them even in recent videos. Also, I have become a lover of having a scrunchie set with me. I like to have my hair up at night when I go to sleep. I do have heavier, wavier hair, and if I don't want to do too much, but I want some body and waves to my hair after washing it at night, I won't blow dry it. I'll just put it up in a big scrunchie and have it like on top of my head, like you probably saw when I was doing my makeup this morning in those insert clips. I just get a bunch of scrunchies, and I feel like this is such like a 90s vibe. Like we all probably got rid of them, and now they're back. They're back in my collection, and they're super friendly, and they're not too like harsh on my hair that it pulls my hair or pulls my hair out. They're actually much nicer for hair, so I'm not really sure why we got rid of them a while back, other than they were no longer a trend. There may be more hair reasons behind it. If you do know that, tell us. But right now, I have these back in my collection, and they are in my Amazon links for you. Guys, I feel like I'm getting raspy because I've been talking so much about all the things I'm excited to pull out, some favorites, some new products, some accessories, all kinds of good things for summer. And if you happen to be new here, first of all, you are a champ for hanging out here till the very end to see all of the good details I'm giving you, and discounts on fun stuff like Italian leather handbags up to 70% off. I mean, what? Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and if you do happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, hi new friends, I really do hope that you take a quick moment and hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps me to grow and helps me to put out more content for you guys, and let me know what you'd like to see upcoming in my new videos. Bye friends.